Brace yourself.
Benediction
This
light.
one's tough. Eat dirt.
Aw, too shy to come
Chocolate
over.
stuff.
Our
You're
art
mine.
is being interrupted.
No escape. Devastation.
I'll take out the
You
legs
can't
with
get
my
out of
shield.
this.
That's it.
Eternal
Tiger
devastation.
blade. Far enough.
Chocolate flash.
Benediction light.
Eternal devastation.
Thanks, shield.
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Negative
Tiger blade. I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare demolisher.
Can you take it?
Chocolate flash.
I'll blind you with a dust.
Make it break.
Look sharp. Lightning tiger blade.
Everyone hanging in there?
What's this thing?
There's the Zoogle we were asked to handle.
We're in for a long
Benediction
slog with this one.
Dragon It's on. You picked the wrong fight.
On guard.
Chocolate.
Take this!
Are those arms even
See
natural?
what I can do!
Tempest Whirl!
Deity! Rotating pile driver!
Here I come.
Raging Cascade!
Look sharp.
Too fast.
I'll be
Stand
ready
back.
for this one.
I'll trip it up.
Blow away. Double demon fang.
Lightning orb!
You're mine. Take this. It's over. Chocolate flash.
Elusive deity!
Going in.
I'm not
Can you
done.
take it?
Confiscated!
I'm ready!
Show me. In an instant. Impact claw. Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
Man, this place is thick with foliage.
I know. It feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Indeed. I much prefer the forests in Menancia myself.
Not that I don't agree, but maybe now's not the best time for Elda Menancia Pride.
Little help!
Chocolate flash.
Can't get out of this!
Crush.
Ground and pound!
You picked the wrong
Go
fight.
in!
Raging Storm!
How about this?
If they wreck you, you gotta just recover, okay?
Far enough!
Benediction light.
Lightning orb!
This one keeps charging us.
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me!
Got it. I'll leave it to you. You're mine. Chocolate. Double demon fang. Not a chance.
I'm gone!
Come here!
Take
Negative
I'm not
gate.
This
done.
one is mine!
Devastation. Mirage.
Lightning Supernova!
Double demon fang.
More where that came from.
You're mine.
Seal.
Chocolate flash.
I'll be saving this one.
Blind you with a
This
dust.
one's
over.
mine!
You're mine.
Tempest Whirl!
This
This
More where
one's
that
mine!
came from.
Eat dirt.
I'm ready!
Sweet dreams!
Crush. Try harder. My turn.
Art sealed! Confiscated!
Chocolate flash.
One more!
I'm ready. Flash. Double me. In an instant. Impact claw. I can feel my power growing.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Just 1 second. I need to pull up the chat here. I had to charge my phone some, because I forgot to do it last night. Come on, come on, come on. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Alright, lovely. Yo. Hey, yo. How's it hanging? It's just being taters. That's a tatery kind of day. Wait a minute. Oh, Confloymenhagen. Lord knows I feel like I have enough money to be able to get all that, so... No, that works. Yeah, sell all the other stuff that I know I'm not going to need, considering the fact that it's old and scraggly and nothing. It's seen a lot of battle in its day. I don't think there was any other new accessories to be able to craft. That's just the usual. Can't enhance anything. That's like craft it first before doing that. Let me get my meats. Hope nobody. Oh, good. Oh, I can raise sheep now? Oh, it's an extra slot. Now, that's amazing. We'll just do the regular feed. I can't believe they have you actually have horse meat in this. Just do the regular feed. It'll take longer to reach maturity, but I don't really care. I guess the guards that I have is really good. 3 cats and a dog. It seemed like there was a lot of rats that was coming around trying to go after my livestock, so it's better off I just use cats. At least have a dog there to keep the Zoogles away. Tater mushrooms. What? Sounds like some asset that Nintendo didn't use for Mario.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Yeah, dude, we just did that. Wait a minute. I guarantee you this is going to be some fishing spot. I'm gonna go in over there in a bit. Probably be daytime over here then. Okay, now since I actually got this, I'm wondering if I might be able to craft some other weapon. I'll check on that first. And some other crystals. I'll see that before I actually camp. Is a ooh. Oh my. Yeah, there's some things going on down there. Can't go underwater, sadly. But Tater Shroom ECW, is there even such a thing? Is there a tater shroom, or is there a shroom that looks like a tater? A friend of mine on Facebook posted something a few days ago of this shroom that looked like it was just a big shroom. Like it looked like it was just real bulbous up on top and round, and I was like, good grief, dude. The fungus among us.
There are still so many creatures we don't know about.
Have you been writing stuff down about what we fight?
Yep. It's actually pretty fun to observe them from afar.
Don't know. Yeah, no telling. I mean, there's probably a lot of stuff out there in society that we don't know about. Well, I shouldn't say society, I should just say the world in general. Foods and plants and stuff like that, I imagine. Of course, I spruced up the party here a little bit with a few little vanity items, thinking that they would work better. And as you can see, Alpha doesn't have that other half of the mask on his face anymore, because I did play a good bit of this over the weekend and didn't bother to stream it. The only thing I really streamed was that It Takes Two game. So, with Tanya, I just didn't feel like it, I suppose, and I really don't know why I do this, but I do it just in case, because I think I might have ended up missing out on something, but I keep watching every single skit that pops up. I'm definitely going to cook before resting. Probably actually increase our attack. That's what I'm thinking. Heal HP. And you know what? Let's do the fishy fish. I'm gonna get the XP boost.
Done. This is sure to give the others some much-needed energy.
It Takes Two, the movie? Wasn't that that baby movie? Oh no, that's Look Who's Talking. And then Look Who's Talking Too, and Look Who's Talking Now. Let's see. Who have I not really talked to lately? And of course, also, Shion isn't here because she got captured.
Mind if I join you, Law?
Hmm? Oh, hey, Alphen. What's up?
Nothing. I was just surprised to see you weren't training for once. Got a stomach ache or something?
You know I don't literally train around the clock, right? I do take breaks.
Do you? It seems like you're training every chance you get.
Well, yeah. It can't be helped if I want to get stronger. Still, it's important to let your muscles rest every now and then. That's what my dad told me anyway.
Zephyr said that?
When I was a little kid, yeah.
Oh, the
I would get
Olsen
so
twins,
excited
okay.
whenever he came home. I always followed him wherever he went, and...
You know that their sister, who I never even knew they had a third sister, is actually Scarlet Witch in the Marvel Universe. I never knew that until they ended up coming out with that WandaVision thing, TV show on Disney Plus, which I don't even bother. I don't bother with Disney Plus. They're getting way too SJW and virtue signaling and all that crap. I don't even bother with it. Just like I don't even bother with Netflix unless they have like some older movie or something or TV show that I want to check out from way back when, because they'll do that sometimes. That's Tanya's subscription. I had a subscription and realized I wasn't using it and then just changed it. I said forget it. Only one I got is Peacock for WWE Network and HBO, because some of the bigger name movies are going to be coming out on HBO Max, and I guess some of them are already out on there too. So I ended up getting a deal for like 6 months for half price, so it was like $7.49, I think. It probably locks you in for 6 months, but that's a heck of a lot better deal than $15. So I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and give it a shot. Especially with me making more money at work now, which I mean, I still would have been fine even if I wasn't making more money, but I didn't really bother with it because I'm not really using it right now. But there's been some other stuff that's been popping up and gonna be popping up that I wanna jump into. Some people are saying that they did, and you know that whole talk about them going and censoring stuff. Honestly, from what I've been seeing, I haven't seen any censoring. The only problem that I have with is what I ran into last night, which I ran into it a few times before previously. That was when they were going and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's up with the network. It has to be the network, obviously. But like you go in and you'd watch some of WWE Network, and it would go and the audio and everything would play out just fine. Everything is fine. But the picture itself would be dropping frames. Like it would go by really slow, then it would speed up really fast and go really slow and speed up really fast. But all the audio and everything would be fine. It's kind of funny to look at when you first start seeing it, but then it just gets aggravating because you can't keep everything synced up properly. And so it was doing that some last night, and I was like, what the heck is up with this now? So I don't know. I guess maybe I'll have to see if it needs to be updated, even though it should do it on its own. Or maybe it was because I was in chat with Tanya last night, too. So there goes one of my alarms. I hate touchscreens. There we go, finally.
He said, it's good to be passionate, but don't overdo it. Just like there are times when you want to take a break from studying, sometimes your body wants to take a break from training, too. I was always rushing around and forgetting to rest, so he ended up telling me that a lot.
That definitely sounds like him.
It's nothing to get sad over. Still, I can't help but wonder if that was my dad's way of teaching me the dangers of rushing into things too quickly. Then again, maybe I'm just overthinking things. I wish I'd had more time to talk to him about this kind of stuff. See you guys tomorrow.
I almost thought about getting rid of
I feel pretty
Peacock
refreshed
Network
after that sleep.
because of that whole situation, because it irked my nerves. I'm like, is this going to be something that's going to be constantly happening? And then it seemed like they fixed it, and then it went back to square one again. So, yeah, even though it's only $5 a month, because I have the ads in there, I ain't paying no daggum extra $5 just to skip ads that are anywhere between like 30 seconds to, I think, a minute, probably. Something like that. Maybe a little over a minute, which is still a lot shorter time than it is watching something on TV with those commercial breaks. I'm like, that ain't nothing. I'll save my $5. Let me think. I wanted to try and... Why is it not letting me travel there? It's so stupid. You're letting me go to these other places. Well, that's probably why. Because I'm on a completely different island area. That's still stupid, though. They won't allow me to go back ever since that daggum... the ship crashed deep into the ocean or went somewhere. Dag blasted. I'm gonna have so much daggum... Oh, that's right, I rested, so they respawn. I want to see if I can try to... Well, even if I did go up and around, I'd still run into more going up over that way, so it's better off if I just go up and then go over there. Go and explore over there. But, oh well, it's not a biggie.
Right,
Yeah, dadgummit.
Shockwave Splash!
This one's mine!
Sleep now.
In a bind, ready
I'll
and
be
ready.
saving this one.
Shockwave Splash!
I'm ready!
Blow away!
Win
Double
now.
Demon
More
Fang!
with that.
Shockwave Splash!
Elusive deity.
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
Shockwave Splash!
Now.
Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade.
Dance in the wind.
Shockwave Splash!
Elusive deity.
Time to shine!
Devastating
Flash. Raging Cascade.
Strike!
Rotating power
Devastation!
fiber.
Now.
Yeah, he struggled all the way up
Light
in
burst
there.
forth.
Radiant Sensei.
I tell you what, church was really good yesterday.
Small,
I really do.
but a victory nonetheless.
I really do
We
like
have a
our
long
pastor.
way yet to go.
He's very articulate and deep and understanding of giving the message that God gave him to give to us, and the way that he explains it and how he goes about it is I really like the way that he does it. So it's no biggie. It's no biggie. Yeah, I know. I haven't been watching current WWE for like some odd months now. I kind of keep up with it just a little bit from Facebook pages and whatnot, but good to know that he's actually WWE champ. You know, that's interesting to see. I think he won it from Lashley. I think Lashley had that. So, I don't know. They had Extreme Rules last night, which obviously I didn't watch it. It's just like the way Tanya mentioned, like we're just getting bored with the product, and I just backed off from really having anything to do with it. Really. Devon, Devon's definitely not my pastor. Nope. that's a pastor whose church I would not go to.
Shockwave Flash! Here I come! Blew away! Got me! In an instant! Impact Clock!
That's definitely a pastor whose church I wouldn't go to, because
together, there is nothing that can stop us.
I like
Indeed.
being taught.
As one, we are unrivaled.
And that is our greatest strength.
They're just screaming at each other.
Out of the way!
Shockwave Flash! Take this!
I'll thank you. This one's mine. I'll be saving
Shockwave Flash!
Tiger Blade!
Be careful, everyone.
In a bind?
This one isn't normal. Eternal Devastation!
Hope this works.
I'll thank you.
Blue Escape! Crush! Eat dirt! Take this!
Nothing gets by me. Far enough.
Shockwave Flash!
I'll be saving this one.
You're mine!
More with
You're mine!
Take this!
Eternal Devastation! I'll smash you!
Now!
It's over! Try harder!
Hang on a second. She's doing her thinking thing.
The power of light! All right. I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare Demolisher!
I want to go back out.
I'm gone.
Here goes!
I'll take this!
Shockwave Flash! You're finished! Shockwave Flash!
Looks like we got them all.
But he just, he's like the kind of pastor that I really do like to hear, where they get really in-depth with scripture and they explain things and they talk about things and discuss things. That's the type of pastoring and preaching and discussion and teaching that I like. I don't like being yelled at. That's just, no. You lose me when you do that. Because it doesn't grant me anything, honestly. It doesn't help me to understand anything. Holy moly, really? Just to be able to go get a thingy, I have to cross this. What is this, another eye patch thing? Sounds like Santa Claus. Yeah, exactly, like Hellfire and Brimstone is what I'm talking about. Well, I mean, like, I end up sharing the different church services as well, if you ever wanted to check one of them out just to see what he's like. Yeah, I mean, he's you know, he's upfront and honest about, of course, another daggum bandage. He's upfront about everything.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
I realize that we have been told this 3 or 4 times now, and I know that it was my fault for not going back, but we can't go to the Dag-Blasted Owl Forest until something happens, apparently, because we're on another Dag-Blasted Island. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess it's one thing to me when you're passionate about the word and you're preaching it the way that it should be preached to really get the message out there. But you know, just screaming and yelling and doing backflips across the stage.
All we have to do is get rid of that.
Swinging from the lamps or fans inside of the congregation is, yeah. Well, I'm not, you know, like like the Blues Brothers in that movie. Let's see. Went to church, one was collecting donations or something called Evangelical Christian Women's Fund. ECW Fund.
Thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't deny being on fire and, being passionate about the Lord, but
This one's mine.
That's it. Ready. Return your blade.
Shockwave flash!
I mean, I don't know, it's just,
I shall feel you
it's not,
You picked the wrong fight!
it's not my, I guess my kind of style of worship, you could say.
no further.
Make it rain.
It's
More.
over!
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life.
On your knees. In here.
Eternal devastation!
Resonate with the earth.
Shockwave flash!
Flaming meteor.
I'm ready.
Take this. I feel sprightlier than before.
I have no idea. There was something that ended up happening to me, though. Well, actually, it was me and excuse me, a guy that I went to school with. It was back in 2001, I believe it was, or 2002. We were doing this little demonstration for what it was Sabbath school classes. We went to church on Saturday, and ooh, that's pretty. And I forgot exactly what the message was. I can't really remember what it was, but it was me and him, and one of the deans of the guys' dorm ended up going and talking to us about it, and he was basically saying, considering that I'm a wrestling fan, he's like, is there any way that, you know, you and Mark, that was a guy's name, I'm not friends with him anymore, he's like a flaming liberal now, and yeah, that, obviously, that didn't work. You know, not like the way it used to be, but nowadays, yeah, I just, no, I'm sorry, I can't talk to you without you arguing with me about something, I'm not dealing with it, even if it's something that isn't even directed towards you. It was me and him on stage, and I was basically supposed to act like I was beating him up, you know, like life is beating you down, but then Jesus comes and actually gives you peace throughout life. And somebody else was playing as Jesus, another friend of ours. And I ended up going, and I did not mean to do this, dude. I didn't mean to do this, but it just happened. We were both standing there with each other, and I just swung my left arm, and I didn't do it like hard or anything. I just kind of swung it over, you know, just like I was just going to knock him, and just like clotheslined him. And he was supposed to fall back anyways, and he fell back. The only thing about it, though, is that when he fell, I think he was just falling too fast or too hard, because I didn't hit him, dude. I just kind of just knocked him, you know. But when he fell, there was some this is what's crazy, too, because we're talking about wrestling here. But there was steel chairs that was sitting behind us, you know, but these were set up, you know. They weren't just laying down to hit somebody with. They were people who were actually sitting there. And I hit him, and he went back, and he hit his head on the steel chair. And I didn't realize it until he grabbed the back of his head, and he was just kind of laying there for a bit, just kind of staring at me. And I looked at him, and then I looked at the dean, and it was the assistant dean too, and he just kind of looked at me and kind of just looked away and then looked at me again, didn't know how we were going to react towards it. So I looked back at my friend at that point in time, and I just kind of mouthed to him. I said, "Are you okay?" And he just kind of shook his head, yeah. So I acted like I was like kicking him and stomping on him, which obviously, yeah, I was hitting the stage. And you know, I kind of dragged him out, and I turned him around, and I got him in the sharpshooter. And then the other guy came along and kind of just lifted my head up and acted like he punched me, and it knocked me over, and you know, that was that. Long story short, we ended up, I talked to him about it afterwards. He's like, yeah, I'm fine. He said, my head's a little sore. He said, but I'm okay. And I said, yeah, dude, I said, I didn't mean to do that. I said, I was apologizing a lot. And he said, I understand. He said, you know, those chairs were over there too. One of the things that kind of upset me, though, was there was this guitar that somebody had where they had like a song service thing that was going on. And when he hit the chair ended up knocking over the guitar. And somebody else who goes to school with us, he's like, oh, well, there goes the guitar. I'm thinking, one of your dorm mates here just got knocked over and hit a steel chair because you people don't know how to clear the friggin' stage to have this act go on. And a guitar falls over, and you're worried about a guitar, and he just hit his head. I'm like... So yeah, there's a little bit of destruction. He fell over, he hit the chair went back and knocked the guitar over, and he's laying there. I was like, oh crap. So, but anyways, he took some Advil or ibuprofen or something, and he gradually got better during the day, and everything was okay. So, but yeah, dude, that was something. That's so purty. Sounds like an ECW match. Yeah, no kidding, dude. It does, oddly enough. I'm gonna go ahead and Wow! No, I want to go back and look a little bit. Okay, never mind.
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
But what about Shion? She's waiting for us.
All the more reason to conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. Namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now.
Moron.
Or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphen still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
But yeah, dude, it sucks that, you know, we aren't like friends or nothing anymore. And I pretty much made that decision because I'm like, I can't say nothing without him having to go and just blast me for something. And I'm like, forget it. Sometimes you just gotta cut people loose, dude. That's all there is to it.
300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renin like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
Scissors.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me. I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shion and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shion is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you 1,000,000 times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
Stinking?
The reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones.
Cut
so
people
deeply
out, yeah.
ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like you can have your thoughts and feelings, and I can have my thoughts and feelings, but when you start to go and jump down my throat about something, or I try to have a discussion or something with you, you automatically want to go and get on the fighting side of things, and I'm just like, okay, dude, you know, whatever. Whatever.
It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible. As for how, I wouldn't know, but the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
Another thing,
I really
though.
hope Shion's okay.
I get why you're concerned. But if you don't rest when you can, you're going to regret it.
She's right. We need our rest to conserve our strength.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, you two.
No problem. We'll save Shion. I know we will.
And like, I think he was probably the first friend that I had made up there too when I moved into the dorm for high school, and I ended up moving out of there, I think within like a couple weeks or so. I think it was, because this guy was just nasty, man. Like, he was lazy. He'd leave stuff laying everywhere. You know, he wouldn't clean up after himself, and you know, the dean would come by every day to make sure our rooms were okay, and if they didn't, they could put you under room restriction. You know, it felt like it was like freaking military school in a ways, with some of the rules and things that they had there, which I thought was dumb. Or dorm bound, really, is what it is for like the day or something. It's like, well, you can't go outside and participate in this, that, and the other. I'm like, I don't care. I would rather stay in my room anyways. I don't want to go out there and watch tag foosball or whatever. I stayed in my room, and when we had video games at the time, before one parent pissed and moaned about it and got it, screwed everybody else over for us not being able to have them there, I just stayed in my room and wrote stories and drawed pictures whenever I wasn't doing any homework. Thought he said, thanks, YouTube. Oh, man. Actually, no, I don't need that right now.
I'll see you again tomorrow.
Suffice to say, I moved like across the hall to another guy's room, and he was like really clean, so, you know, it really worked out. Thank goodness. At least with that. Until I became a senior and could have my own room, which worked out too. He doesn't have her normal outfit.
Alone. I'm all alone.
Ha! Icy throne. Okay, well, that was a quick interlude. That couldn't have happened at a later point?
Let's go. We don't want to keep Shion waiting.
Okay. Excuse me. Can anything else be made? No.
I always hear you muttering to yourself whenever we're in battle. So, just what are you saying?
Why do you want to know? Does it bother you or something?
Not really. It's just the way you talk is sometimes kind of creepy. So I was wondering if you vent your frustration through your magic. Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No, that's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it? Basically, the elemental astral energy behind each art, I guess.
Astral energy? Hold on, are you saying you can talk to astral energy?
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my arts. That makes sense?
Kind of. Okay, so if you can talk to astral energy, then you can ask it to, like, predict the weather or find secret treasure?
Wait, you don't really think that, do you?
Or you can ask it to send down lightning to where there's bad guys lurking and...
May lightning condemn those who bear false! Thunderblade!
What are you doing? You almost fried me with that!
I just asked the astral energy to send down lightning where there were annoying boys.
Wow.
I don't know what to do. Things can't go on like this.
What do you mean?
Ah! Oh! It's you, Rinwell.
You were talking about me, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I've just been thinking about some things.
Really?
Stuff and
How
things.
unusual.
Cut it out. I'm being serious here.
Sorry.
I was thinking about... You know how I used to work for Ganabelt back when I was in Cyslodia?
Yeah, of course. You were brought in after the Snake Eyes killed your friends, right? I mean, you had to.
Right. I used to have nightmares about
Snake Eyes across the top rope.
it when I fell asleep. But lately that's been happening a lot less.
That's a good thing, isn't it?
Oh crap! I accidentally.
You should be
pressed
happy.
Yeah,
Dang it.
but... I did a lot of terrible things back then. And I'm scared I'm starting to forget what I did.
Okay, so let me just get all of this straight. You think you'll forget everything if you stop having those nightmares? Why?
Because... You know me. I'm freaking stupid.
But it sure doesn't sound to
Stupid
me like
idiot.
you've forgotten.
Oh, yeah. But still.
I don't think those nightmares going away means you've forgotten. Maybe it's a sign that you've come to terms with what you did.
Come to terms. You mean like Alphen with his past? You think that's what's happening?
Yeah, I do. You're pretty amazing, Law.
I am?
Yeah. Not all of us have figured out how to accept our pasts. Least of all, me.
Oh crap. Well, I was hoping the Lost Judgment would be here from Amazon today and I could stream it a little bit before I head into work, but I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, it's supposed to be here, but I don't think it's going to obviously be here in time for me to really play any of it. Although I really do hope that they knock on the door so I'll know when they're here. I guess UPS or FedEx is bringing it.
Whoa!
Unless it shows up in the
Get a
mail.
look at this view!
Don't get so drawn into it you fall over now.
I need to go down and tackle other stuff. I'll warp back again up there as soon as I see what's going on in these other areas.
We seem to have come across something a little unusual.
Yeah, no kidding. Glowing thingies.
Brace yourselves! This one's tough!
Dance in the wind!
Eternal devastation!
Leave the fortress to me!
Here I come!
Far enough!
Shockwave thrust! Double demon fang!
Now you see what I can do! Can you take it?
Shockwave fire!
Did you see this coming?
No escape! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for.
You picked the wrong
behind
fight! Got it! I'll leave it to you!
I'm ready!
Doubling! In an instant! Impact Claw! On your now! Here I come! Eternal devastation! Blow away! Double demon fang! Here I come!
Going in!
Shockwave flash!
Can't get out of this!
Tiger Blade!
More of the stockpile! Ready!
Raining flash!
Resonate with the earth!
Here, let me help!
Stalagmite!
Eternal doubling! In an instant!
Did it again.
Impact Claw!
Elusive deity!
Shockwave flash!
Hitting pile driver!
Make it rain!
Beckon into
Crescent
everlasting
moon!
negative gate!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Yeah, we got some thingies. There's some cookie cooking. Go back up down a sufficient spot over there. I'll go down there too. Excuse me.
There.
The astral allergies are getting at me a bit.
Out of my way!
Shockwave Slash! You picked the wrong fight!
I can handle it!
A new melody! Eternal Devastation! No escape!
Nice.
Eternal Devastation!
Tiger
Shockwave
Blade!
Slash! Take this! Armor won't save you! Shockwave Slash!
I need to change up some of the moves.
And the pummeling begins! It's over!
Far enough!
Shockwave Slash!
Now!
More! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Well, that was something.
With this, I can become even stronger.
Do 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 do. Yeah, I'm not really bothering with the fishing stuff because I just don't care. Dang it.
Little help!
Yeah, Lightning Tiger Blade. There you go.
On your Shockwave Slash! Eternal Devastation!
Glacial Fire!
Shockwave Slash!
Ready!
Crescent
Blow
Moon!
away! This one's all
Tiger
mine!
Blade!
You picked the wrong fight! Shockwave Slash!
Use the emojis to make the sentences.
Shockwave Slash!
Lightning Orb!
On guard!
Dance
You're
in the
mine!
wind!
You're finished!
Air
Shockwave Slash!
Photon
Tornado
Blast!
Drive!
Now!
Going! In an instant! Impact Claw!
I'm not even paying attention when I hit those particular buttons. I just know that it's going to be one of those
Together, there is nothing that can stop us.
Indeed.
special attacks.
As one, we are unrivaled.
And that is our greatest strength.
Okay, so let's wrap this up around there. Wrap this up over here. I find it kind of funny that there's some people out there that can actually have emojis conversations and like not even using words, just using pictures. Alright, now yeah, I wasn't down this way. I want to go pick up those things.
Coming through!
Pieces! Attack time!
Shockwave Slash!
Dance on the wind!
More for the stockpile! In
You're
here!
mine!
Piercing roar!
Yeah, I'm gonna change it.
More
Take this! You're finished! Shockwave Slash!
Glacial Fire! Tiger Blade!
This one's all mine!
Dance in the wind!
Eat dirt!
I'll stop its charge!
here.
Eternal
Thank you, Tara.
Devastation! Eternal
Denied!
Devastation!
Make it rain!
Hit more! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Indeed. Alright. I was gonna check out the... Any skill thingies.
You guys want to rest here?
That's what we're going to climb?
The villagers managed it on their escape from the city. We're going in the opposite directions, but where there's a will...
There's always a way, right? And it looks like we're out of options. Let's grit our teeth and go. Is it just me, or does Rinwell suddenly seem much more comfortable around Dohalim than she used to?
I noticed that too. When the two of them came and found me together back on the beach, I could hardly believe my eyes.
It's not like we had a choice or anything. Law and Kisara had to hang back to convince the villagers we meant them no harm.
Okay.
More than that, though.
Excuse me.
There are a lot of things I've still got to come to terms with regarding Almadria. But I guess I'm through making snap judgments based on someone's origin. At least, I'm trying to be. I guess you could say it's a work in progress.
I see. You hear that, Law? Sounds like all that hard effort wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
That's got to be reassuring to hear. Right, Dohalim?
Not being subjected to unwarranted suspicion is certainly welcome.
Yeah, that long-winded way you have of talking, though? Not so much a fan of that.
I think that's more of a personality thing than a Renin trait.
Really? In that case, I won't have to feel guilty getting annoyed by it.
We seem to have come across something a little unusual.
Gee, I wonder what that is.
We're in for a long slog with this one.
Look sharp! Crush! Elusive deity! You're mine! You're finished! Elusive deity!
It's a duel of the arts!
Going in! Double Demon Fang!
Double Seaman Fang.
Tiger Blade!
Dohalim! In an instant! Impact Claw! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Destruction! It's on! I'm ready!
Rinwell!
Frozen!
Hammer!
Dance in the wind!
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that!
Destruction! Strike! You picked the wrong fight!
Lightning
Here I
can
come!
Going in!
Destruction! Double Demon Fang!
Make it rain!
Strike!
Kisara! Frozen!
Hammer!
We managed to pull through.
Crap. This injury hurts more than I thought.
Shion, sorry, but could you... Oh. Right.
I was about to say, was that like an audio glitch? I was like, she's not here, but luckily, yeah, they fixed that right at the end. That's a cool design.
I still got a ways to go.
Trying to see if I can get to that before I hit the button.
Gotta break through!
Armor won't save you! Look sharp!
Destruction!
Elusive way!
Hitting pile driver! Destruction! Take this!
Right through!
I'm not done! Damn it! It's too fast!
These enemies aren't
Here I go!
No complaints here!
Crush!
This one has been
Eternal devastation!
Come on, man. Why can't I activate that thing?
Destruction!
No further!
Crush!
Now! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Now!
The tide of battle has turned in our favor.
Then let's keep pressing the attack!
Indeed. But remain ever vigilant.
Take this!
Raging
Destruction!
Deny! Make it rain!
All yours, Kisara.
We did it!
Magnificently done.
Shining supernova!
You're mine!
Raging cascade!
It's go time!
Destruction!
Going in! Let's get you all touched.
Eternal devastation!
Now you see what I can
I'm
do!
ready!
Glacial Punch!
Doubling!
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
Step back! This one's all law!
Excuse me. Well, anyways, folks, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream now. It's probably going to end in about the next 16 minutes anyways, but need to fold some clothes and get ready for work in a couple hours or so, or leave in a couple hours, I should say. hour and a half, something like that. But anyways, I appreciate everybody coming out the live version, checking out the archive version, and so on and so forth. And I may be back again tonight with something, or I'll be back tomorrow with something. So anyways, I will go ahead and I will end this like I always do. Mr. Taters.